Here we have a popular word problem that talks about complementary angles. It says two angles, alpha and beta. Alpha and beta are just simply Greek letters. Some books will use A and B or X and Y. The letters don't matter, but two angles, alpha and beta, are complementary. Now, what does complementary mean? It simply means that these guys add up to 90 degrees. So 60 and 30 are complementary, 45 and 45 are complementary, 80 and 10 are complementary. Any two angles that add up to 90 would be considered complementary. It says find alpha and beta if alpha is 18 degrees less than beta. So one thing we know right off the bat is that alpha plus beta adds up to 90. But the problem with that is there's two variables here, and we can only solve this as a linear equation if there's only a single variable. But notice they give us a little bit of added information in the second line. They tell us that alpha is 18 degrees less than beta. So we can write that as a little equation. We say alpha equals beta minus 18, because whatever beta is, if you take 18 degrees off of that, you'll get alpha based off of what it's saying here. Make sure you realize it's not 18 minus beta, it's beta minus 18. That's important. So how do we take this main equation and reduce it from two variables down to just a single variable? Well, look at this. They tell us what alpha is. Alpha and beta minus 18 are the same thing. So we can do a cut and paste. We can take this alpha out, and instead of alpha plus beta equals 90, we can take the alpha out and replace it with beta minus 18, because that's also the same thing as alpha. And so yes, this equation's longer, but it has a benefit. This yellow equation only has one variable, it just has beta. So we can solve it like a regular equation. We'll combine like terms. I have a beta plus beta, that makes 2 beta minus 18 equals 90. And then we'll put the variables on one side and move the constants to the other. Beta's on the left, so let's take this minus 18 and we'll add 18 to both sides. So that'll give us 2 beta. The minus 18 plus 18 will cancel, and 90 plus 18 would be 108. And then divide by the variable's coefficient, divide by 2. Beta would be 54 degrees. Okay, now that's just the beta. They actually want alpha and beta, so we have a little bit more work to do. So how do we get the alpha if what we currently have is only the beta? Well, you can use any old equation to do this. You could either use this equation here, alpha plus beta adds up to 90, or I think I might actually use this equation, alpha equals beta minus 18. That one's okay as well. So based off of that, this says that alpha would be 54 minus 18. So that means alpha would be 36 degrees in fact. So here we go, we have our final answer. Final answer, alpha is 36 degrees, while beta is 54 degrees. And it's always a good idea when you finish, when you're done, just to take a quick glance over the problem and see if all the criteria have been satisfied. First thing I'm thinking about is, are these two really complementary? Do they add up to 90? 36 plus 54 does give you 90, so it's because they add up to 90, these two are complementary. And the other criteria was the fact that alpha had to be 18 degrees less than beta. So what's the difference between 54 and 36? Well, it's 18 degrees. Alpha really is 18 degrees less than beta.